All right, so because everything kind of got disheveled, this off kilter, we didn't get a chance to pick. But guess what? You hear some frying going on. Let's make some scrambled eggs. Let's have some breakfast for dinner. All right, welcome back, everyone. Dave Guerra here, This Vet Cooks. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Thanks for joining me. Alrighty, so as I said, we're making some scrambled eggs. We've got some hash browns going over there. We've got some sausage. We've got some biscuits over there. It's going to be breakfast for dinner and scrambled eggs. Well, what do we need? Obviously, we're going to scramble some eggs. Therefore, we need some eggs, the incredible edible egg. So we need some of that. We're doing 3 people, 2 eggs per, and 1 or 2, just depending on how it looks, to round it up. Some butter. We're going to need a butter. We're probably not going to use the entire half stick here. We might get close. Some milk. Definitely need some milk. And salt, pepper to taste, and some Tabasco sauce at the very end to, well, you know, for flavoring. But other than that, so let's get to mixing some eggs. Good to go. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to need some eggs. Oh, pepper's in the room. There we go. Eggs, milk, salt, pepper, butter. Okay, so we're going to, again, we cracked already some eggs back over here to camera 2. We've got 5. I said we're going to do about 8. Well, 6 at least, and then whatever else goes. So, there we are at 6. 7. And again, why scrambled eggs? Why not, right? There we go. Now, we're going to scramble these first. We're going to beat them a little bit, just to break up the yolk. There we go. Just loosely break up the yolk. You know what? We got 1 more egg. We might as well just do it. So there it is. So we'll break up the yolk, get that all mixed in, and then we'll go for the kill. Alrighty, so some salt. Again, to taste. Pepper. Now, at this point, you can go ahead and start making your scrambled eggs. Right? Salt, beat the eggs, that's it. Personally, I used to, or I still do, oops, sorry about that, add some water. 1 tablespoon of water for every 2 eggs. Again, just to give them a fluff, give them, just to get them fluffy. But milk goes a long way, so we'll do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll go just a little bit more for that last egg. Just about 4.5, 5. We'll give it a good beating again. I know now at this point you're thinking, oh, just throwing some brioche and you got some French toast. Yes, you do. But we need to add vanilla for that. Now, I just add a little bit more salt. And let me clean up here, let me rearrange, and we'll start to cook in some eggs. All right, so there we go. We cleaned up, moved things around, sorted out everything, cleaned everything out. So we have the essentials. We're using our 1 burner. We've got the non-sticky, Teflon-coated, whatever pan, ready to rock and roll. Now we're going to add our butter here on camera 2. And it has been... I did have it on a low heat, so I'm working its way up. Let me get this under control here. Now, the trick behind all of this is once we get going, you got to keep the thing moving. Can't stop. Got to keep it moving. That way it keeps things cooking. And I think we're going to do about half. We'll go for the whole thing. Yeah, we'll slowly work it. I'm just trying to figure out if maybe this pan here is not big enough for the entire 9-egg scramble that we're about to bestow on it, but hey, you never know. Hey, while we're waiting for butter to melt, or remember, because they say, watch butter never melts. Or is that water? Watch water never, watch pot never boils, so there you go. Hey, listen, I want to thank everybody for taking the time, watching the show on the YouTube. I do appreciate that. Taking the time watching the show through Facebook at facebook.com/@thisvetcooks. On Twitter, Twitter at thisvetcooks on Twitter, and on Instagram, instagram.com/thisvetcooks. Thank you again for everybody that's watched the show, everybody who's commented, everybody who's given it a like. Share it with your friends. Let everybody know, hey, look, got a veteran over here and he's cooking. I'm cooking for you, so that way you can. I'll be like your guinea pig. So I'm ready to make stuff. So let me know anything. Got some great ideas. I was talking to my brother over at Talking Shenanigans, but my brother is also over at that's right, Infinite Arrow. They're the ones who made this. So listen, we were talking and he gave me some great ideas about, and blew my mind. But it was the brined egg yolks. So we're going to work on that a little bit and probably throw in a steak or two with that and see what happens. So there we go. Our butter's going. Now it's not boiling. It's not sizzling, which is a good thing. And we definitely want to get this temperature up just a little bit higher now that we've melted the butter. You know what? I'm going to add just a little bit more here for... Looks like I didn't add enough. So we'll go with that. All right. So we'll be right back. Okay. The butter's going. So yeah, check the hash browns. Mrs. This Vet Cooks. She's got the hash browns and the sausage already going. And check out this little brief video. These things were jumping on their own. Nobody was moving them. That was cool, right? So yeah, they were on the skillet. They were just hopping around. It was insane. That last one at the very end, just as I shut off the camera, it really hopped. Anyway, moving on. So here we go. Now we're hearing a little popping. Let's do a last stir here on the eggs. And here we go. That is a lot of egg. It went up the size. Don't worry. As we start making this, it will start to cook. So we're going to keep it moving. And the one thing you can do is just start going around the clock. I like to go counterclockwise. Start from the outside, push it in, outside in, keep it moving. Eventually you'll start seeing the eggs cooking. So we'll do that for a couple of minutes. There we go. Yeah, you can already start to see some stuff cooking, and that's why it's important to keep it moving. That way everything gets cooked and nothing is left behind. No eggs left behind. There we go. Anyway, so now that this is over, now that that's over, man, that was some weird, crazy, whack, out of this world election situation. I mean, the election day, election night, and the 3 days after. So election part 2, quad, cinq, sept, whatever it ended up finally being. That is insane. I mean, seriously, what do y'all think of that? I mean, the one thing I did like about it is the number of people that voted. Whoever they voted for, I could care less. What they did is they voted, and that was a very good thing. They exercised their civic duty, their rights as American citizens of this great country. And by doing that, well, you know, that's what happens when everybody gets out and votes. And we still need more people to get out and vote next time. But hey, this is the start. And it goes to proof of concept. Your vote does matter. So there you go. If you ever needed that excuse now lived up to, oh, well, everybody says it. For so long, everybody says it, but it never happened. Guess what? This go around, you know it did. Alrighty. So we're gonna pause here on the recording until we get this to almost done. But this is all I'm going to keep doing, is just doing this all the way around. All right. So through the magic of modern technology, we sped everything up. I wish. No, we actually just, you know what we did. We put a pause on the camera, but here we are. And you see the eggs are starting to take shape. So at this point, you can opt in to add another. You can add some butter. Oops, there we go. So I'm adding in a pat of butter, just a smaller one, not as big as the first one. And get that out of the way so we don't run into any more issues. And now, for those of you that are watching your cholesterol intake or however you feel about egg yolks, that's up to you. That's your business. You can do the same process with the egg whites. Again, it's just eggs. Then they have those carton of eggs, those simulated egg beaters or whatever they're called. I think they're real eggs or something. But anyway, you can do the same thing. Just got to keep it moving, keep it fluffy. You see what the milk did. So if you're lactose intolerant, I don't know about lactose-free milk or lactate. I don't know if that'll work, but water works too. And obviously the cleaner, the purer the water, the better it's going to be. So again, tap water is fine. But if you like that clean spring water, that crisp, then by all means, add it in there. I've not seen a difference. Now, the eggs are pretty much done. However, I don't have a lid. Because at this point, then I would just put a lid on it, wait 5 minutes, take it off the burner, wait 5 minutes, and just let its own temperature cook the rest of the egg. I don't have it. So we're unfortunately going to have to keep moving this just a little bit. Vent a little bit. But other than that, the eggs are all but done. Yeah, they look great. And can I have a fork, please? I knew I forgot something. Thank you. Alrighty, thank you. And there's one right there. Nice and creamy and rich and very good. The salt, the pepper is spot on. At this point, if anybody wants to add extra salt and pepper, I would recommend taking a bite first and then deciding if you need extra salt and pepper or the Tabasco sauce. So let's see. And oh yes, before I forget, the next episode, turning this down, next episode we are doing fish and chips. We did a drawing because we had to. So that way it did get out, we did get it done. It was out of the way. Fish and chips next time, so be ready for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And if the schedule's correct, it should be Thanksgiving weekend. So join us for that as well. So let's take a quick break. Let's set the table up and let's close out the show. So we'll be right back. All right, everybody. So before I go, don't forget, veterans, you need to make the call. Something's going on. You need to talk to someone. Drop a buddy a line. Reach out to someone. And if they're not available, or something's going on, and they just can't get at you, because again, don't feel bad. Don't feel hurt. It does happen. Everybody's got their own thing to do. Just like you have your own issues. You know what? But there are people that are there that are going to listen. They're going to answer the phone 24/7, 1-800-273-8255. Press the number 1. That's the Veteran Crisis Line at 1-800-273-8255. Press the number 1, please. They're there to hear. They're there to listen. They want to talk to you. And hey, they might just be able to solve your problem. So if not, they'll find somebody who does, or who can. So make the call. Reach out. But again, that number's there and it's always there for you. So with that being said, make the call. Now, breakfast for dinner is what we're having tonight. Over here in camera 2, hash browns, sausage, this awesome Pillsbury flaky crust. I love these with the flaky crust. See that? Look at that. It's like a commercial. Okay, and then we've got our scrambled eggs. There we go. So listen, everybody, taking a big old bite of this. Oh my. It's fantastic. Listen, this is going to get cold fast. So I'm Dave Guerra, and This Vet Cooks.